All right, board members, you're recording.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'd like to call this meeting of the Board of Ethics to order. I don't even get a gavel as a vice chair. Very exciting.
You are ordered. Yeah.
Okay. And Jennifer, can we please do a roll call?
Yes. Ms. Powelson.
Here.
Mr. Goodstein.
Here.
Ms. Wilson.
Here.
I understand Member Kelly is going to be a little bit late joining the meeting, and also that Chair Wint Pearson is excused. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. And I'll just ask members of the public if you could please mute. That would help us have a little bit better sound quality. You have a quorum, Madam Vice Chair.
Okay, thank you. So looks like the first thing we need to do today is to approve our agenda. And I do have a couple of proposed, well, let's see how we go along. I believe that we will have to wait for Mr. Kelly to discuss item 6A in unfinished business. I think that's the right one. And I'm not sure if we're in a, well, let's say that for right now. So we might have to move item 6A, wait for Mr. Kelly on that one. But with that potential change, and we'll try and get through otherwise as much as we can. So with that potential change or alteration, do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
And I will second that motion.
Okay. All right, so let's look at our minutes of our previous meeting. And whenever members have had a chance to take a look at those, I would take a motion to approve those minutes.
Okay. I move to approve our last meeting's agenda, or last meeting's minutes. Sorry.
Just getting to the document.
Yep.
And it just closed on me.
Just one clarification, if I might. There are two sets of minutes.
Are there?
July 20 and August 3rd.
Okay. Hold on. Gotta get there.
All right.
I don't think I was at the July 20 meeting, so I don't. Can I approve something I didn't? Let me look again.
Yes, you may vote on minutes,
Okay.
even if you were not present.
I think you were there on the 20th.
Was that the 20th? Okay.
Says here, yeah, I was excused on the 20th.
Yeah. I think you joined us for portions of the meeting on August. So, yeah.
Well, I will move to approve the board minutes from the 20th. Does that work? Or do I already have that motion from you, Abram?
Yeah, no, I think we should be more specific. So yeah, I think no, I second your.
Okay.
I second. Yeah.
Okay. And then as for the August 3rd meeting?
Yeah. I will.
Can we do them both? Okay.
I'll do it. So I move to approve the August 3rd minutes.
Could we potentially do it as one motion to approve both sets?
Sure, let's do it that way.
That would be simple. Would anyone like to make a motion?
I move that we combine our two motions and approve the minutes of the July 20th and August 3rd board meetings.
There was a second?
I second. Sorry, I second.
Any opposed? Okay, so the minutes of the regular meeting of July 20th and special meeting of August 3rd are approved. Looks like we can go to our consent agenda, item 5, and we have disclosures of economic interest to review. It looks like we have 4 of them. Why don't we all take a look at those? And if anyone has anything to discuss, do so.
I'm not seeing anything that gives me heartburn.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right. So it's just a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Yep.
I will make that motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so the consent agenda has passed. And we can move on to our unfinished business. As I said, I think we're going to have to wait on item 6A, complaint for potential violation 2022-02. So let's look at 6B, complaint for potential violation 2021-12. I believe on that one we have a on that confidential matter we have a draft opinion. I don't know if the members here that was very recently circulated. I don't know if members here have had a chance to look at it or if we want to delay discussion of this item. You guys think?
I think we should delay discussion of this item. I know that Becky had a few thoughts about it, and I kind of want to get her take on it, and so it might be prudent to let her see it before we discuss it.
Joan, I'm assuming you didn't spend the last 20 minutes poring over that.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, so Jennifer, can we hold on that one at this point? Is that?
I think it just stays unfinished business, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Madam
Okay.
Vice Chair, you could just give direction that it be on your next agenda,
Okay. Then I
next
would like
meeting
to-
agenda.
Yeah, Director, put that on our next meeting agenda, possibly a special meeting, but I think we're going to talk about that in a bit here, so we can move that one. So we're just getting through these really quickly here.
Yeah,
So
look at this.
moving on to 6C, complaint for potential violation 2022-01.
And you don't even have a revision from the author, so that would need to get tabled as well. I didn't even get something out 20 minutes before the board meeting.
Okay, all right, so we'll do, I'll give the same direction on that we're going to postpone that to really looking like we might need to have this special meeting to get through some of this stuff. So yeah, let's put that on our next agenda as well. 2022-03, item 60. Sorry, now I'm going to have to.
Okay, what was that one?
Madam Vice Chair, this is the one I believe Member Kelly had a draft opinion out to you all.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
right. That's a pretty easy one, though. We could table that till he gets in. I mean, it was a letter. I thought we looked at it last week.
Let's postpone that until we have Mr. Kelly, but let's do that one today still.
I'm sorry, did you send the draft out, Jennifer? Did Kelly, I don't have the draft in front of me.
Yes, Mr. Goodstein, it was part of your confidential packet that went out
Okay.
via email. I believe I cited the page number. I can look that up for you, but the page number where you can find that is in the email I sent out to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got it. I think I found it.
That was 01.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Okay. So maybe we can take up item 6E. The request for ethics training from the Girdwood Board of Supervisors. Jennifer, is that something that we had in writing at some point, or is that a request that came from in some other form?
Madam Vice Chair, I think Attorney Carmichael would probably be better to
Okay.
answer this question.
Great.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah, our office has received some written requests for training. I believe I have forwarded them to the clerk and or the chair at some point, but it's been a while. But I know that they've, the Board of Supervisors has requested training regarding the Ethics Code as well as the Open Meetings Act. And so I just kind of want to discuss with the board what level of participation they have had with these trainings in the past. Our office is happy to help facilitate that. With the Board of Ethics, we can help with that. We have another attorney in our office who's willing to help with the Open Meetings Act training. But we just wanted to make the board aware of the training request and see if anyone from the board had availability to possibly participate in that training as well. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't know what exactly as a board we need to do. Is there something by way of consensus or motion that we recommend, encourage that training, get on board with that training, approve that training? What do we need to do to make that happen?
Well, it was my understanding that, and Terry might have more knowledge and background about this, that, Terry has participated in these types of trainings before. So I guess it would just be more of a sort of a request from the board that if any board members did want to, help participate, facilitate, or give us some background information, offline, that would be helpful. Basically, we just wanted to make the board aware of this training request. Under the code, there is an element that the board develops like a training program for ethics materials. So that kind of comes into that as well.
Okay. Well, so the board members we have present with us today, including myself, I don't think have been around long enough to be involved in something like this. So it would be either Mr. Kelly or Mrs. Whit-Pearson, and so let me see if I can do this if the other board members are okay with it. Could I direct Megan, either you or Jennifer to talk on a one-on-one basis with Mr. Kelly to see if he would like to be involved or has any background, or do we need to do that as part of a board meeting?
No, I think what you just suggested makes sense. I don't have any issues with that.
Is that okay, Joan and Abram? Does that make sense? I don't know that any of the three of us have a lot to contribute, other than I would encourage this training. That seems like a great idea to me for really anyone to request it. But yeah,
were Terry to give it, I'd like to try to attend. I think it'd be good to have that experience, but
yeah,
scheduling issue.
Thank you, Joan.
Okay. That sounds great. Then, yeah, Megan, I'll ask you to do that, and I think that's probably all we need from the entire board on that issue.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So maybe we can do this one before we have Mr. Kelly join us. So 6F, ethics complaint for potential violation 2022-04. I don't believe the board has looked at this yet. This is a confidential complaint. So I think at this point, I'd take a motion to move into executive session.
So move.
And seconded.
Then Jennifer, can we please move into executive session?
Yes, Madam Vice Chair. So we do have several members of the public, I believe, on today, which is rare for the board. So I think that we just need to let members of the public know that you're moving into closed executive session, and so it's only open to board members. So we do ask those that are not board members to drop off the call, and they're free to join when you move back into open session, or also open session will be recorded and posted online if they'd like to listen later as well.
Thank you.
You are recording an open session.
Okay, do I have a motion regarding complaint for potential violation 2022-4?
I'm pausing as to how we want the motion worded.
Sorry.
Do you
Drawing
have
a
any
blank out of-
suggestion?
Maybe we can
Chair.
move to ask our hearing officer, I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce your last name, Paul, to draft a response rejecting this complaint under, Joan, do you know the?
I've got it from here. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
great.
Madam Chair, I move that we request a draft decline letter asserting that notwithstanding our great respect for people for bringing complaints to us, this board will decline this complaint under AMC 115-160 A, B, and G.
With the letter to be reviewed by the chair and then.
With the letter to be reviewed by the chair.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? Okay, is that sufficient direction to everyone? Sounds like it. Okay. So we have board member Kelly with us now, and Terry, we postponed a few things on our agenda until you joined us. Trying to decide where we want to go from here.
So E would not be in executive session. Maybe we just go to 6E.
I think 6E we took care of sufficiently already, right?
Oh, I thought we were going to ask Terry a question about board precedent, but maybe I missed that.
I think that was off
Okay.
outside of the meeting.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So we could look at 2022-02 and excuse Joan for a bit, or we could look at 2022-03, which I believe we have a draft response on. What's oldest here?
Madam Vice Chair, I believe Ms. Wynn Pearson had asked that 2022-2 wait until the next meeting when she could have a draft for the group.
That's right. Thank you. That's right. So we are okay. Let's move to item 6D on our unfinished business, which is complaint for potential violation 2022-03. And I believe that's when we have a draft from Terry. And so I think we need to review that draft. So I'd entertain a motion to go into deliberative session to discuss that draft response.
You want me to still move, or you want me to second?
You're going to move.
I can't move or second or anything. I'm just useless.
Yeah, I don't think you can, right? I'm not sure how this works. Yeah. Okay, so I still move.
Second.
Madam Clerk, can we move into deliberative session, please?
Yes, Madam Chair. I know we have a member of the public on, and I was wondering if we could potentially determine a time certain to move back into audience participation this afternoon so that the members of the public who might be interested in speaking at the end of the meeting might have a chance to do that.
Yeah, should we say 4 o'clock for that?
Or perhaps 4:20. I know your meeting lasts till 4:30.
I'm sorry that I was thinking we were on to, yeah, 4:20. It sounds like an excellent suggestion.
Thank you so much. So if the member of the public is interested in speaking, the board will certainly be in open session at 4:20. I'm going to stop your recording so that you can move into deliberative.
Okay, thank you. 4:20.
Board members, you are recording back in open session.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion regarding complaint for potential violation 2022-03?
Move to approve the letter?
Second.
All in favor?
May I ask, and then will it be, again, up to the board chair to submit this following, putting on letterhead, et cetera?
Yeah, I imagine the chair will sign it. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take that as a friendly amendment, yes.
All right.
Okay. So, can I have a second? Did I have a second? All
Yeah,
right, sorry, I was at the all in favor point. Okay, any opposed? All right. Okay, so we will move on. So we are at item 6G, request for advisory opinion 2022-05, which is another confidential request. So I would take, and this I believe is another one where the board has not looked at this yet. So we will review the complaint and discuss it. So I would take a motion to move into deliberative session on this one, I believe.
So moved.
Second,
Okay, Madam Clerk, can we move into deliberative session?
Yes, Madam Chair, and for members of the public who are attending, the board is moving into a closed session. We'll return to open session no later than 4:20 to take up audience participation if you are here to participate today. Okay, Madam Vice Chair, you're recording in open session.
Okay. And I think if I'm right, so can I, as the chair, just make a direction to Megan on this one?
just remember this was this one
Right.
requested confidentiality, so.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Did you guys already vote in open?
I don't know if there's anything.
Open session.
I don't know if
think
there's
it's just
anything
a
to vote on.
directive.
So regarding request for advisory opinion
Okay.
2022-05, I would ask Attorney Carmichael or whoever does this, if she could please invite the requestor to join the board at the next meeting to speak a little bit more about the details of this request.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. All right. So our next item is 6H, request for advisory opinion 2022-06. This is not a confidential request. So for board members, I think this is in our other packet. I'm trying to switch packets. And I don't think this is one we've looked at before. Okay, so I see it on page 18 of the non-confidential packet. Does everybody see this?
Just give me-
This is an ombudsman request for an advisory opinion.
Oh, hey, yes. I know the person who he's referring to.
Okay.
Should I maybe I should recuse myself from this one. I don't know.
Okay.
Does it matter for an advisory opinion? I'm not sure.
Um, can someone remind me, what are we under when we have board member?
I believe it's under the general conflict of interest, the, what is it, 60 or 116? Sorry,
Oh,
hold
we're
on.
just under the same thing. Okay,
Yep.
got it. So,
Is it 160? Is that you said?
060?
Yes, thank you, 060.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have any substantial financial interest.
Yeah, I think we've kind of treated this before, at least the most recent one is, it's a little bit hard. It doesn't exactly fall under 060, but it's kind of like, I think when a board member just has concerns of because they have a.
Well, it'd be a private interest, right? A private
Yeah.
interest, not a financial interest.
Yeah, sure. Let's call it that. So Abram, you're disclosing a private interest too. Do you want to say who you know? Do we need to know that? I don't know.
I mean, I actually know both Daryl S. and Nikki Trubaka. So
Okay.
I know both individuals outside of this board.
All
The
right.
acreage is really small and we know
Yeah.
a lot of people.
It is.
I think I'd be declaring a lot of conflicts. I guess declaring is fine, but
Yeah, I'm more than happy to stay on too.
does
Like
it impact your ability to provide a neutral, objective opinion?
I don't think so. I don't think it impacts it, but it might. On the flip side, though, if it's not confidential, it could impact my relationships with these individuals.
I think it's a little bit like, I think, Joan, when we discussed yours, where if just a board member isn't particularly comfortable participating, I don't feel like we need to.
Okay.
Well, to me, I
Force
didn't think
anyone?
I could be fair to the respondent.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I had
no,
my mind already made up. So, but. I
Yeah,
don't think
I think I will recuse myself. I don't think I think it'll put me in a weird position, to be perfectly
Okay.
honest. Yeah.
Okay, then
So-
I think we have three of us. We still have a quorum to discuss this. Should we, Aaron, do you want to leave us for a bit?
Yeah. And will someone just email me when ready?
And
Yeah.
are we already in deliberative session?
No,
No, we're not. Okay.
I think even though this is not confidential, if we're going to start discussing it, we'll go into deliberative session. So yeah, but so in open session, we're going to member Goodson has recused himself, so he's going to drop off for now, and we'll email him when we're on to our next matter.
Okay. See you soon.
Member Goodson, do you have access to the chat in the Teams? Can we send you through Teams just a quick note when you're ready to join back?
I don't
Is it
know.
text better?
I think yeah. I mean, I don't think I do. Definitely text.
Never.
But I don't
Email
think-
is fine.
Okay. I'll be looking at my emails.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
What's better for you, Abram, text or email?
Sorry.
Oh, he's gone. No matter. Okay. They did both. And I
okay,
do think he could keep the chat open, but maybe not.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. That would be. Okay, so I think that this is one that we probably need to discuss. So I take a motion to move into deliberative session for discussion of this request.
So moved.
And second,
Okay, Madam Clerk, can we move into deliberative session?
All right, board members, you're recording an open session.
Okay, so as far as a request for advisory opinion 2022-06, with the board discussed in deliberative session that request, and I don't think there's anything to vote on at this point. The board is going to review some prior opinions and come back and discuss that request at a later meeting. So I think at this time it is 4:20, and I believe we're going to skip over or table new business for right now and move to number 9 on our agenda, which is audience participation. I understand we have a few members of the public here. I have not done audience participation. Madam Clerk, will you let me know how we do that?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'll, since you've opened audience participation, I'll just go down the line and ask if the members of the public calling in wish to speak, and then they'll have 3 minutes. I'll try to time that. So the person calling from 6819, would you like to offer any comments?
Yes, please.
And if you could state your name for the record, please.
Certainly, my name is Mike Edgington. That's Edgington. I'm from Girdwood, and I'm also an elected official. I'm co-chair of the Girdwood Board of Supervisors. And I'm speaking obviously in a personal capacity, but influenced by my electedness. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone on the board for doing a very difficult and nuanced job. I really appreciate your work and the advisory opinions that have come out over the years. And the second thing is specific to something you discussed earlier today. We had put a request in for training. On our board, we have 4 members. We did have some training a few years ago, about 3 years ago, and it was extremely valuable. But since then, we have almost all the board members are new except for me. So I think that's going to be a very valuable exercise, and hopefully we can record it and make the video available for other boards and commissions as well. And my third point was really relating back to, I suspect, even though we're 1% of the municipal population, I think Girdwood, at least in the past, as being the source of more than 1% of complaints and requests through the Board of Ethics. And one of these was a advisory opinion we got several years ago, 2018-5, which I believe is not available on the Board of Ethics website. I'm not sure why it's not. It wasn't confidential. But that advisory opinion related to the threshold for disclosure, and the conclusion of the opinion was basically the threshold is exceptionally low. Anything which could possibly be perceived as being a disclosable item should be disclosed, and we've been trying to do that on our body, but it's very difficult as a frequent chair. It can take up a lot of time, and it becomes a little bit ridiculous at times. And I'm not noticing the same actions on other boards and commissions. So I'm just kind of bringing this up as an issue. If we have something in code which effectively says there is almost no lower threshold for disclosure, although there are specific requirements for whether it reaches substantial, there's no threshold for how trivial a potential conflict or an engagement could be to be disclosable. But I'm not seeing that used in practice in more or less any board or commission throughout the municipality. So there's a little bit of a mismatch there between the advisory opinion and actual practice. And I think that may be worthwhile to look at some point in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgington. I appreciate it.
All right, and the caller from 5784, do you wish to participate?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, if you could please state your name for the record, you'll have 3 minutes.
Okay, my name is Dustin Darden, and I was calling to listen to the meeting, and I guess these are rhetorical questions. I don't know if you guys want to answer them or not, but some of my questions would be: is there a physical location for the meeting that it meets? And if there's executive sessions of the meeting, I understand that, but is there an actual physical location? Is there an actual video live meeting besides audio? If there's not an actual physical location,
And then also, would you be able to tell me, I filed 2 forms with your department. Is there a way to get the tracking number? Because they were received by the clerk, and she said they were to be presented to this meeting to be put on the agenda, but I wasn't given the exact reference number. Are you able to answer your question? Like, can you give me the reference number to like 2 forms that I filled out with you guys?
Madam Clerk, do you want me to respond?
Yes, Madam Chair. Typically, board members don't respond to questions from audience participation, but you're certainly able to if you want. And I can let Mr. Darden know. I would be happy to email him those numbers after the meeting.
Okay, that would be great, Clerk. Yeah, Miss Clerk, if you could email me those just to the email that you were probably forwarded, that'd be great. And then
Yep, happy to.
And then I also just wanted to say that just the rest of my time, I just wanted to say I appreciate what you guys are doing. I didn't even know that this organization existed till like a couple weeks ago. So I'm just glad you guys are there, and I appreciate your service to our community. So thank you for what you're doing.
Thank
And
you,
that's all
Mr.
I have.
Darden.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Madam Clerk, is there anyone else for audience participation?
I believe that is everyone.
Okay. Okay, thank you to those folks who participated. So we are nearing the end of our time. I wonder if what we should do is talk about some of our next meetings with the short time we have left. What are other?
Could we, I know we don't respond to questions, but could we get Mr. Darden a reply about whether these meetings, I don't know if he was asking.
Oh, yeah.
Live
Mr. Darden, are you still on the line?
access? I guess
Yeah,
this is
absolutely.
live access. So
Right.
usually if we meet in person, it's in the assembly chamber workroom in the city hall.
Right.
Um,
And Mr.
Otherwise,
Darden,
I
we
think you
haven't
find
been
us
meeting.
here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't been meeting in person consistently since the pandemic started. We have, however, had a couple of in-person meetings, and my understanding is that the information about whether the board will meet in person or alternatively the call-in number for these meetings is posted prior to the meeting on the municipal website. And I'm sure someone here can confirm that. But yes, we it depends.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, your point about scheduling our next meeting, is that what you were asking, Madam Chair?
Yeah. So we don't have any future meetings scheduled at this point. I spoke to Becky before this meeting, and we were wondering if we got through some things today, but we still have a couple of outstanding things that I think it would really be great to work through. And I was wondering if anyone would be up for a special meeting at this same time in 2 weeks on the 31st.
The bi-weekly meetings during the work week are getting difficult on me. But I guess looking at that actual day, I have the afternoon free after 2 o'clock. I don't mind doing another one, but if we start making this regular, can we discuss maybe doing every other during the evenings? I'm happy to participate. I just have a lot of people I have to reply to.
Yeah, and I wonder, so one of the things I'd like to take up at that special meeting, or I think we should maybe take up is the matter that you're not participating in. So we would
Okay.
use you for that. I don't know, Terry or Abram, what do you guys look like for August 31st? I think Becky is okay.
If we have it at 2:30, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it works for me.
Joan, do you think you'd be able to have a draft of that?
I do think I'd be able to have a draft. And
So
maybe
what
if
if
we
we-
set like a time certain for me to join, or you can text me if you're starting with that other matter
Yeah,
and you have a quorum.
yeah. So maybe we can put the rest of our unfinished business, which I believe is 2022-02, 2021-12, and 2022-01 on for a special meeting on August 31st. And we could begin with the matter that Joan, you're not on, and maybe have you join us at, I don't know, 3 o'clock. Do you think does that make sense, guys?
And if you're
That
not
sounds
done
good.
by 3, you can just let me, I'll put it on my calendar for 3. And
Okay.
if you're not ready yet, I should be sitting right here, so I can join you when you are.
So Madam Vice Chair, you want the first 3 items of unfinished business,
Yes.
A,
let's do-
B, and C?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I don't know, I suppose we could go ahead and put, we have a respondent who we are inviting. Should we hold that until our next regular meeting? What do we think?
I think so. I think we'd probably spend most of our time. It sounds like we're pretty, well, I don't know how you are on the first one, but I think we might have a
Yeah.
little work on the other 2.
Madam Clerk, do we need to set the agenda for that special meeting right now, or can we set the date for that special meeting and work out the agenda a bit?
The chair has discretion to set the agenda.
Okay.
So I think you can set your special meeting with
Okay.
an agenda to be determined.
Great.
And also, is it the board's desire to put all of the new business on the meeting, yet to be scheduled meeting of September, regular meeting of September?
I think so, and maybe when we
Okay.
have our regular chair, Becky, back, she can use her discretion if we need to change that up.
That sounds good. And then can I ask the board if this time every month is working for you? I can just go ahead and schedule your meeting September through December. Otherwise, we can go back to the drawing board via email and look at a different time. But if you guys give me the go ahead, I'll just go ahead and schedule your meeting September through December for
Is it
this time frame.
The third full week, Jennifer?
That's correct. Yes,
So the-
third Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, this time generally works.
Right. There might be specific ones, but generally it's good.
Same.
Yeah,
Splendid.
yeah, works for me. September might be, it's not on Rosh Hashanah, but it's a few days before.
Right.
I'll try.
Okay.
But I'm
Sure.
not having a baby as well at the same time like I did last year. So.
I guess we should keep in mind, Aisha, I believe it looks like your term and my term are up in mid-October, so just FYI.
Right.
Please let me know if you're interested in serving again, and Megan and I will send you the information you need to do so. Or to put your name forward, I should say. Appointments are made by the mayor's office.
Okay. All right. Then I think we can, I think we're good to go for today. Anyone have anything else?
Great meeting. And you did a great job sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, great job.
All right, thank you all. Have a good rest of the month. Good luck with school starting tomorrow,
I
everyone.
know, right? Good
And
luck.
Good
yeah,
luck getting kids home from school. That's gonna be my problem, but.
Oh yeah, I can start kindergarten for the first time. Woo!
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. I don't
Good
start
luck.
until next
Enjoy.
week, but yeah, that's
All right.
very exciting.
cool.
All right.
All right, thanks so much, everybody. So I will move to adjourn. I can't move. Someone else move.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. Bye,
Object.
everyone.
No, just kidding.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.